Good evening, everybody, and welcome into tonight's stream. Oh, hold on. I've been futzing around with this background. Give me a second. Try this again. Oh, not what I meant to do. Ah. I hate this. I just need to turn this into an image. I don't want it to loop. I just wanted to show what it looks like. Why must you be so difficult? Let me hold on 1 second. All right. There we go. Okay. It's a video clip still, but at least it stops playing. All right. There we are. I'm trying to take a criticism, good constructive criticism to heart here. So trying to, I just haven't turned this into a proper image yet. But I will, so at least now it's stationary, so it shouldn't be too distracting or too upsetting to people's eyes with that image animating in the background. So I appreciate people reaching out to me and letting me know that, yeah, hey, yeah, this is distracting and bothering me. So we'll leave it like that for now. But I'll try to get that fixed so that way it's always a static image here. And with USA and Stone donating to the Palworld stream. Palworld stream is officially at 50% complete to Souls-like's 30%. So they're still holding that lead. But thank you both of you to donating. Thank you so much for coming in this evening. But yes, welcome to tonight's stream. Sorry for the little bit of scuff there, but we are back tonight for another evening of streaming. We are jumping back into Dragon Age Inquisition this evening, so I hope you guys will stick around. Just a quick reminder, we are doing signups for this month's community night to play Crash Out Crew at the end of the month. So if you're interested, please head over to the Discord page and get yourself signed up over there. Even if you need to show up late or leave early, you are still welcome to come play. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and properly jump over to the gameplay footage here and go from there. There we go. So when I last left off, I realized that we missed an entire part of the map. So we're gonna focus on exploring that this evening. I thought we were getting close to being able to proceed with the next chapter of the story, but no, there's a whole chunk of the map we missed. So all right, we'll go check the war table real fast, and then we'll head back over there. See what we got going on here. Was there any in Ferelden? No. Alright, what were we doing here? Learning more about dragons, right? We were trying to analyze their biology, I think. Excuse me. Excerpt of Frederick of Sorrel's report. Within the carcass of the abyssal high dragon, we found cysts of hardened flesh. Sister Brigitte, a scholar from Navarra, said she had seen once or twice similar nodules in other beasts. To protect itself, the body grew a barrier around a foreign object that could not be removed. Naturally, of course, we cut into the cyst. The flesh within was blighted. We immediately examined all other cysts found in the other dragon carcasses. each time we found the blight. The only conclusion we can draw is that dragons can stem the spread of the blight within their own bodies. They cannot do this indefinitely, as the existence of Peripheus dragons suggests, but they are more resistant than other creatures. And we got a prismatic great axe. Is that another rainbow weapon that maybe we can give to the bull? That'd be hilarious. Offer from the Imperial Army. Commander, a fine victory. May our enemies feel its sting. Got some more influence. Truth or dare, the endgame. Ambassador, following the arrival of your letter, I invited my dear cousin Blanchard to Halem Rashal for an urgent consultation on the Inquisition, during which time I had his home thoroughly searched. A large sum of Tevinter gold was found in his chateau, as well as a room full of red lyrium. My cousin finds his stay at the Winter Palace shall be of some duration. Excuse me. An amulet of power. Okay. Cool. Make sure we didn't miss anything else. Resources, metals. Alliances with angered eyes. Okay, we can check that in a moment. Resources, cloth, resources, leather. Alright, what do we have here? It has come to violence. Lord de Rosier has directly challenged the holdings of our ally, Lady Tybalt. He claims that their ties to the Inquisition are to blame for his loss of honor, which is technically true. His militia is poised to threaten several trade outposts, though his will to attack may not be absolute. Lady Richelieu offers a barrage of names to clarify. Despite being ostracized, Lord de Rosier retains many allies. While you can certainly hold him at bay, perhaps we should revisit another course. Uniting his house and that of your ally Tybalt might both appease and profit all involved. The daughter, Celeste Tybalt, is still betrothed to Leander, but this is war of sorts. In such times, is it not personal sacrifice preferable to bloodshed? It is, in fact, the only wise outcome, and I have already begun preparations. Are we understood? Interesting. We have the manpower to thwart Lord de Rosier. We chose a course, and we can see it through. Should we commit lives to this mess? If we withdraw, our original goal is achieved. They are fractured. None of this group is a threat. I expect that while it will not please all involved, asking for a marriage to end this would be quickly agreed to by all parties. It is language they all understand. It was there. They have no teeth for fighting. I just don't like the idea of arranged marriages. And it would be, I feel like it would be hypocritical of me, who fought to get Josephine out of hers, to then expect somebody else. Alright, Colin, we'll let you brute force your way through this. Alright, anything new in Ferelden? I don't think so. Resources. Yeah, nothing else. Okay. I guess I could... Nah. We'll leave them open in case something else pops up. Alright. And... let me check my inventory really fast. Oh, inventory is... Amulet of Power... for Vivienne only. Alright, well then let's have her do that. There we go, and then she can put this back on. And then... oh, so yeah, well, I forgot to mention, while you guys were gone, or while we were away from this game, I did do a little, optimizing and, getting some of our, equipment upgraded and built up. I didn't make any new equipment, I just, optimize what we had. Let's see. I've got a point here. Cassandra has 2 points. Let's see here. Attacking enemies while you're affected by Blessed Blades reduce the cooldown time to Spell Purge and Wrath of Heaven, or allies retain the effects of Blessed Blades for a short time after leaving the... Nah, let's do this one. And then... maybe I go and give you more of something we were giving you before. What do we have here? I guess we'll give you that. Alright, Sarah has 2. Upgrade these other flasks here. The Flask of Frost. Activating Flask of Frost also taunts all nearby foes to attack you. Shattering enemies while Flask of Frost is active deals damage to other nearby enemies. Let's do that one. And then Unquenchable Flame. The Flask of Fire is active. All your abilities have no cooldown. For each unique ability you use while Flask of Fire is active, increases its duration. Let's do that one. The no cooldowns sound pretty fun. Alright. Dorian has none. Blackwall has 2. I guess we can give you this, and... let's do the On Guard ability. Cole has no points. Vivian has 2 points now. He's caught in disruption field. They're slowed to a stop over the course of several seconds. Striking them ends the effect, or when enemies take damage inside the field, Spirit Blade gains power. We'll tie that into that. Alright. And then upgrade her fire more. Fire mine. Oh, maybe upgrade Immolate. It burns hotter and has a shorter cooldown time, allowing you to rain fire upon your enemies more often. No longer has a cooldown, but casting it multiple times in succession costs additional mana. Let's do that one. Solus has 1 point. Veil Strike more easily, and the blow weakens your enemies. Veil Strike can only be used at your location, but the cooldown is reduced whenever you take damage. Why not? Barrack has 1. For a longer time before looping back, and you pull your closest enemy back with you. You can fall by clan reset. We'll do that. Iron Bull has none. Alright. Alright, points are dealt with. I do need you to check one thing though. Weapons. Let's go to Bull. Oh, is it? Oh, was it a schematic? It might have been a schematic. Yeah, it's a schematic, not an actual weapon. Okay, that's fine. But, here, yeah, let me, no, wrong one. We got everybody's gear upgraded and everything like that. I made some color choices. I kind of kept Jabe's in this, like, white and dark teal motif. I kind of really like it. Cassandra's got like this purple and blue kind of going on with this like sort of like almost like rose gold armor. We put Sarah in like some earthy tones, so like greens and browns. Dorian, I kind of also liked him in the teal, but I went with like like a almost like a slate color to go with it. Blackwall is in these bronzy and like brass kind of colors. Cole, I was kind of struggling, so I kind of went with like this purplish and blue kind of colors. Like I said, I really liked this teal design that I kept seeing, so I found a lot of them that they just look really good in this design. Solus is in this nice purple and white. Varric we have in a very classy like blue and like maroon. Pay no attention to the helmet; it won't be there when we're playing around. And then Iron Bull, I couldn't resist putting him in blood red. But yeah, I think they look. Everybody looks pretty cool right now. So, and it's also functional, so that also helps. But yeah, now we can go back to where we were. So we were back over here in the Hissing Wastes. I still can't believe that we completely missed this part of the map. Yeah, so we basically came over here and activated it, and that was about it. So, so who do we take with us? Let's take... take Blackwall with us. Why not? We'll take Varric with us. And one other spellcaster. Take Vivian with us, I think. Oh yeah, we looking classy. Alright, so we gotta go...
Inquisitor, have something for
I
you.
cannot stress how much I don't care. Alright, so let's see here. That's taking us back. We need to go this way. That's a big-ass moon. Oh, Navarite. Here. Death root. Big death root. Hello? Are you enemies?
Baron Edouard Desjardins thought this might prove useful.
Are you just... Did you just bring me stuff? Interesting. That looks like something I should go take a look at. Can I get up there? Hello? Hunter.
It's a pleasure to see a new face. Watch out for those Tevinter mages. They aren't so kindly as Hunter Mag, which is me.
Tell me about the area.
Anything I should look out for?
Watch out if you have to fill your water skins. There's more monsters than normal staking out the oasis.
The hunter doing here?
Why come out here for game? What do you hunt?
Not game. I bring back fine furs and shiny teeth they cut and sew in Orlais. I'm not the only hunter here. Val Royal is always hungry for the best. You can make a fortune feeding that beast. Quillback spines, for example. All the fashion for men's hats last winter.
Duke Kellington was responsible for that little fad.
Ah, give him my thanks. They sold for 50 gold a dozen.
What does the Venatori want?
Do you know what the Venatori mages are doing here?
Arguing amongst themselves, mostly. I think they're trying to find a way inside that tomb with the 2 statues. It's locked tight as far as I can tell.
Alright, well, thanks.
Farewell.
Heed the winds.
Find and kill a legendary beast. I feel like I've been doing that quite frequently, but okay. I can't seem to get up there. Alright. 2. Only 2, huh? Thank God it ain't up there. Oh, there's 1. Oh, you're right there. Okay. I might be able to get to that one? There's somewhere. Is that it? No. That is a very dead man. Okay. Volcanic Arum. I feel like I cheated to get up here. Let me up, let me up. I don't think this is where I needed to be. Oh, hello? Dwarven plate? I don't think I was supposed to. Okay, well, this wasn't what I was looking for. But here I am anyway. Yeah, it's over there. I can see it on that ledge. Little gray dot, literally right above my head. Okay. I see. Yeah, here we go. There it is. Cool. Thanks, guys. Thanks for just flipping in there. Appreciate it. Alright. Go back down in this direction. There was like a lantern or something out in the distance that I saw. Yeah, out there. Sunstop Mountains.
Are those lights in the distance? Someone's made a fire.
Let's have a look.
lights in the... Oh, yeah, I see it. Way out there. Grab some switches as I see them, I suppose. That is a... Ha! I don't think that's right. By the Maker. Hello? Methinks you're not friendly. Nope. You want to rock. Oh, he's stuck back here. You good, buddy? There we go. Problem solved. Got a Venatori tome. Getting closer. Is that a lyrium monster? Yep, sure is. Rock for you. Oh, he's not dead. Now he's dead. And turned into goop. Essence containment apparatus. Dragon statuette. Oh. Landmark. Someone has lit a brazier full of oil here, possibly to act as a guiding light should anyone need to find this rocky outcropping in the dark.
We'll need to look around.
There's one right there to begin with. And there's the other one. Not a whole lot of shards being pointed away. Alright. Oh, hi. Here.
Your accent's not Orlesian, Iron Lady. Where are you from originally?
I was born in Wycombe, if you must know.
You're a fellow marcher.
Wycombe is a civilized city-state, unlike some.
Yeah, Starkhaven is pretty much a collection of howling barbarians.
Which is just slightly less foul than Tantervale.
What we have here. A journal on dwarven ruins. Not a good day. Sandstorm blew in for hours, and I was almost bitten in half by one of those terrible spiders. Making the fire nice and bright tonight. Wounds wrapped up, but it feels hot to the touch. Dizzy. Rest a few days? Discovered one interesting thing in all the mess. The name of this place. I puzzled it from some carvings on the doors.
Alright! First place!
Hey there, Nix. Aloha to you. Thank you so much for nabbing that first. the name of this place. I puzzled it from some carvings on the doors of Farrell's tomb. Cal Rapartha, a place where we may meet in peace. I hope they found peace. Something's pinging at me. Oh, hi. A journal on Dwarven ruins. I didn't think the hissing waste would be so lively, but there are hunters prowling the dunes. One of them showed me a hidden watering hole and some fine spots of camp. I asked her about the old Tig, but she didn't even know what a Tig was until I explained dwarves had more cities than just Orzammar. She clearly thinks I'm barmaid coming from all the way here to study the ruins. Polite about it, though. The statues here were chiseled thousands of years ago, I'm sure of it. Either these people loved dwarven architecture, or the commonly known fact that dwarves never built cities on the surface is wrong. This is the stuff world-famous treaties are made of. You did grab the first, Nix. Proud of you. How are you this evening? Get back to mine here. Am I in? I'm in the area. I'm just oh, why is off? There's a rift just over this dune. Over here? Yeah, there it is. Big boy. Big boy down. Damn it. Slenderman, knock off. Hired the tropical storm got upgraded to a hurricane. So spending time getting extra ready. I think that includes buying chocolate and ube donut holes tomorrow. I'll go see. The game's going well, but yeah, I'm with Fox. Also, hi Fox. Please be safe. Take the necessary precautions you need to, and please keep us in the loop. Make sure that we know you're okay. All right, you and your partner, please. This counts as a legendary beast. Get close enough. I want to hit you with a rock. Hit you with a rock. I want to hit you with a rock. Hit you with a rock. One down. I don't know if that counts killing a legendary beast or not, but... Gurn. Alright, where are we? Let me start making towards this camp here really fast. I know what you need. You need a rock! Need a blorbo. We're flushed out of blorbos tonight. Oh, shucks, yeah. Oh, hello.
Don't hurt me, please.
I'm not here to hurt you.
Oh, thank Andraste.
Okay. You're just gonna hang out here? This isn't even the camp that I wanted. Fortunately, we gotta go for a big walk to get those. Yeah. I definitely want to play more of that. That was a lot of fun. And I feel like we were barely scratching the surface of what was in that game. There's... Oh, and there's people here. I bet they like rocks. Got him. Feels like we barely scratched the surface. Yeah, very much. Thank you, Nix, for donating to the Soul stream. That is in the air. What is going on with this game? This is the third time that's happened. Are there enemies around? Hello? There. Problem solved. Thank you, Fox, for donating to both streams. A Pathfinder. Discover a campsite and establish at least one Inquisition camp and 10 wilderness areas. Yay! Alright, so we found that. Alright. We're in the immediate vicinity here. What do we have here? 4 pillars. Storis. Not only did we find the Dwarven tomb precisely where I said we would, the writing on the stone uses the transitive verb form only in scripts that predate 700 TE. It means, obviously, that these ruins were built before the First Blight, just as I predicted when we started this expedition. I believe you owe me some gold of ammo. Oh, we can go down in here. Hello? Oh. Oh, you were very dead. I was watching the Packer preseason out of Milwaukee, and they had a commercial for a plumbing company called Super Ninja. And Clementine said, "You mean Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles who are trained by the biggest sewer rat ever?" Nah, it's Mario went, and got some tips and tricks. Inscription: Who against their father's wishes fought from foolish words and foolish pride? For pride, these halls were made to honor a father's deeds and grieve his loss. Read the book in a moment. This is the tale of Farel, paragon among paragons, father of 2 sons. And for loss, these halls were made to honor a brother mourned. Either, Lumino, quick jab. Either you have exactly 2,000 boiled shrimp on hand at all times that regenerate to exactly 2,000 every 24 hours, or a bottomless pocket of baked beans, no tin, just baked beans and tomato sauce directly in your pocket. Do I get to choose the manner in which the boiled shrimp are stored? This is an important question. Are these British style beans or American style? I believe they're in tomato sauce. I believe that's British style. The shrimp just appear when you think of it. Do they appear all at once? Or can I summon, like portions of them? Like I said, as many as you think you need. Okay, yeah, the boiled shrimp then all the way down. There's no way. I don't think there's any situation where I think having a loose pocket of beans in any form of sauce is preferential. Well, like I said, if it's stored, like I said, if they're just like you solve world hunger, barring people who are allergic to, yes, that is true. It could be a very useful means of solving hunger problems, except for people who have shellfish allergies. But look, that just means for the people who are eating shrimp, that means they're eating less of other things that the people with shellfish allergies can't have. See, it all works. It all comes full circle. Could be a defense system pocket beans. The shrimp could also be a defense system. You said how many? You said what? 2,000 boiled shrimp? Hold on, let's math this out. Hold on. What is it? Tell me, Google, what is the average weight of a shrimp? Five grams to 22 grams, or roughly 17 to 0.17 to 0.78 ounces. So let's see here. Let's say, hold on, I gotta pull up a calculator here. Where's my calculator? There it is. I gotta pull this up. We gotta figure this out here. So, and then how many ounces are in a pound? Well, here, let's see here. We have what? We're gonna figure this shit out. So we had 2,000 shrimp. So let's be on the modest side and say we'll go with, let's say between 0.17 and 0.78. Let's say 0.4. Let's say 0.4 ounces per shrimp times 2,000.
Like this all over Thedas.
Not now, Blackwall. We are dealing. So that's 800. That's 800 ounces. And how many ounces are?
Oh, I'm thirsty.
Hold on.
This is an extreme.
How many ounces are in a pound? There's 16 ounces in a pound, so 800 divided by 16. That's 50 pounds. How many shrimp? Because I can get a can of tiny shrimp in 2,000. It doesn't seem that many. Yeah, so, yeah, they said on average, a shrimp is anywhere between 0.17 and 0.78 ounces. And there are 16, and so if we have 2,000 shrimp, I'm going somewhere in the middle. I went with 0.4, so that's roughly in the middle. So multiply that by 2,000, that's 800 ounces. Divide that bit by 16, that's 50 pounds of shrimp. So, like, summoning, say I want 2,000 pounds of shrimp right over this guy who's about to mug me's head. Dropping 50 pounds, on top of somebody, especially like on their head or their neck, that could take somebody out. So, yeah, I think I'll go with the shrimp. deploy pocket shrimp. I am the shrimpomancer. But yes, my 2,000 shrimp at any given time replenishes within every 24 hours. That's my final answer. Aquaman, but instead of talking to fish, you summon them, and I eat them. That's the next Mystery Men character. One deploys shrimp, the other deploys beans.
There's thousands out there. Some must have been bigger than proper cities like Denerim or Val Royeaux.
It's charming how you count Denerim as a city.
I love it here. Alright, oop, energize. Oh god, what did I do? Oh my god! I just wanted to light up the room! Jesus.
That wasn't the right solution.
Let's maybe read those
So this is a
inscriptions
puzzle, you have to
little
light the
more
correct
carefully.
order based on the slabs and what info they have? Oh! I just wanted to light up the room. Oh, this is gonna be the book that tells me, isn't it? Until further notice, do not tamper with the torches. Lighting them in the wrong order summons demons. Now they tell me! The inscriptions on the pillars indicate the correct order, but wait until we have confirmed the accuracy of our translation before proceeding. I've made maps of the other tombs where there are similar structures. With the same warning, stay your hand there. Magister Gallus. Below this, someone else has written complicated formulas and scribbled many notes. Demons bound into the rock. How do the ancient dwarves manage it without mages? Binding runes, subtle properties of stonework, investigate. A gango carved into the walls. Could be translated from Old Dwarven as stone waste or impure spirit of the stone. Dwarven superstition saw demons as impure spirits of rock. Study impossible with dormant demons. Ask Cephas and Eurythus for help with binding. Okay. You summoned the Shrimpomancers. This is the first person in like 80 odd streamers who calculated the exact weight of the 2,000 shrimp. Leave it to me to be different. Break from the mold. Yep. Also, you've asked 80 other streamers this question? Alright, let me read these again. Hold on. Against their fathers. Okay, hold on. That. Read these here. This is the tale of Farrell, paragon among paragons, father of 2 sons. who, against their father's wishes, fought from foolish words and foolish pride. For pride, these halls were made to honor a father's deeds and grieve his loss. And for loss, these halls were made to honor a brother mourned. Okay, so I'm thinking it's... I want my torch back. Give me... That works too, I guess. But I messed up. I hit the wrong one. God damn it. Stop summoning the demons. Alright. I want the torch. Give me the torch. Thank you. God. Alright, so this is the tale of Fariel. Okay. Correct. And then I think it was this one. Who against their father's wishes? Yes. And then for pride made these halls. And then yes!
Something for our efforts.
A burial chamber, I think.
Fire. Let me grab all this loot. All right. We move on. Oh. Big mosaic piece. Cool. It's a completely different mosaic. God, okay. How many mosaics are in this game? 125 gold, torn paper, directions drawn on a tattered piece of paper, key fragment, Bianca Arms 3 enhanced, masterwork spiked longbow, superb ring of attack. Alright, not bad, not bad, not bad. One pound of frozen shrimp at my food land is $9.99, so 2,000 shrimp is about $500.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the moment you've been waiting for. It's time to crank that hog.
Welcome in, Soldier Driller. Thank you so much for cranking your hog. Guess who finished their short story? Is it you? Please tell me it's you. Let's see, 1 pound of frozen shrimp at my food land is $9.99, so 2,000 shrimp is about $500. So you can make selling the shrimp $3,500 a week, or $182,000 a year. You would no longer need to work another job. 23 pages. Please don't call me daddy. But I'm proud of you. Congratulations. 23 pages. Holy shit. That's better? So this is just one tomb? I guess so. Okay. So we have to go find other tombs. "23 pages, Grandpa." I can't win. There's just no winning. Hello? What am I taking? Sand-covered note. Lephus, I expected the wagon we sent out to the canyons to return to the watchtower by evening. It is now past noon. That it does not take half a day to travel from camp to camp should be obvious, but if no one has the sense to be alarmed, look for them immediately upon finishing this letter. Take archers with you. Those spiders in the canyon seem to fear nothing but that screeching monster to the east. I'll be by the 4 pillars. Devernix. This one? Esteris. The work goes well, but we're bound to be followed sooner or later. I've set up a watch on higher ground in the Sunstop Mountains, obviously named by someone who never beheld a real mountain. If you're looking for Harmonum, he is looking for the tomb in the canyons to the west. Okay. Tell you what, I'll stop calling you perturbable things if you read it. I mean, yeah, you can send it to me and I'll read it. Have we here? Seeing a chest full of red lyrium, that's not a great sign. Oh, we're looking. Oh, so these are the other camps. Okay, okay, okay. Well, here, might as well do this one first. This one's not one that we're focusing on, but might as well go there. Oh. These look like things that need rocks in their face. Welcome back, everybody, from ads. Oh, this is a logging camp? Yep. Here's someone casting the juju. We'll come back to that. Hold on. Hello? See any baddies here? All right. What's in here? Can I get in here? Landmark.
It'd take ages to dig that out.
The Venatori want these tombs. Let's see if they found another way in.
Just, you know, Solanus. 4 slaves injured and 10 crushed under the rock. We couldn't excavate this entrance with 50 if we keep losing so many. I propose we dig down from the top. There's no other way to reach the tomb without risking another clock slide. Leave this note for the others and must inform the overseer about a reduction in labor. Tavernix. Block the doorway. Avantham, if your eyes were as sharp as your tongue, you'd have long realized that we found more than just another tomb. This is where the dwarves who built the city emerged from the deep roads. Whatever drove them here, they were determined to stay. The lowest levels were deliberately collapsed. Send Virtus back when he's done with the ruins of the canyon. Do not make it lift anything heavier than a quill. The slave cost a pretty fortune. Estards. Alright, so we ain't getting in this way. Path up there, but I don't know if I want to take that just yet. Or is this one of the... Actually, we do want to go that way. Okay. Here's the Sunstop Mountains. I don't like... I hear like chittering and stuff like that, and I don't like it. Is that the Balefire making that noise? I'm really quite confused as to what's making that noise. Putting us in the right direction. I see a fire way up there. Something aggroed me for a second there, I'm not sure what. There's a fire. Cages, which isn't usually a good
You
sign.
must miss the comforts of your mansions, traveling with us as you do.
I miss them. I do not require them. But please, continue to imagine me a pampered lady, if it makes you feel superior.
Alright, big fella. Woo. There we go. Vigil of Lyrium. Alright. There's my torch. I was like, where did my torch go? Alright, take this. Stone over sky. A faint inscription in ancient dwarven script is carved in the archway. Let this gate be the stone over your head. Home never forgotten, anchoring soil in the sky. Oh, that's fun. Because they're, you know, they get very nervous being under the sky, so make a stone archway to represent as if you are underground. Okay. Ah, there we go. There's our way up. Well, how many are you asking for? Just one? Well, there it is. These things have been asking for basically nothing. There's a mosaic piece. Okay. Going this way? Hmm. Lie down, I guess. Okay, I got elf fruit that I needed. Ooh, that could have been dicey. That rock. All right. Give my torch back, please. Thank you. Open another camp.
That's the last of them here. This would make a good lookout post.
There's the courtyard upgrade. Quarry. Logging stand. And elf fruit. Go down here. Hold on, what's this? Here we are. Venatory orders. Members of the Venatory, we are close to unearthing the secrets of the old dwarves buried here. The Elder One will doubtless be pleased with our success, but be vigilant. While our work has gone well, the Inquisition and their false herald were seen traveling towards the wastes. Go nowhere alone. Llewellyn is a surprisingly capable for a southern. That's poor grammar. Llewellyn is surprisingly capable for a southern mage, and rarely travels without allies by his side. We cannot allow the Inquisition to take this place from us. If you are pressed, retreat to our main camp behind the Sunstop Mountains. Extra guards will be posted. The Elder One will prevail. Overseer Gillettes. Okay. I guess I'm going this way. way? Yes, okay. Pretty sure it's gonna make me go past a rift to get there. Yep, okay, yeah, we're heading the right track. Alright. Okay, big boy. Not at the moment. Got it! Okay! That was close. There's the big fella. There's two big fellas. There we go. Alright. Rift was dealt with. Nice. What you got? Alright. Well, looks like everybody's leveled up. What we got? I haven't leveled up, but that's fine. Blackwall did. Alright. And that's all geared up here, so let's see. Barracks leveled up. You're all geared up in here too. Okay, so let's... do leeching poison. Keep him up a little bit better. I think we've done everything in this one. Yep. So we'll keep upgrading her fire. Chaotic focus when you cast a fire spell. Yeah, why not? Alright, cool. Well, this looks promising. Well, that happens often in this game. Even after 3 years, I was still discovering shit that I realized I should. I didn't realize I should have done. Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. With the nature of this game, yeah, I would imagine. There's gonna be a lot of baddies in here, isn't there? That's not a great sign. Hello? Lucy, I'm home. Also, good evening, KJ. How are you? Besides being very, very gay, as is customary for you. Rock! managed to come up with a military hierarchy in the spawn of an afternoon, so I'm doing well. I'm assuming you're meaning for storytelling purposes. I can't imagine you just sitting at home being like, I've developed a new type of warfare. Oh, hi guys. Guys, I think you're a little stuck. Damn it, did my torch despawn? God damn it. Yes, duh, hey. Just making sure. Hold. Excuse me. Tickle in my throat. More of ya. More big beefy boys. You guys are way too chill for me just coming in here and killing your friends. Oh, okay. A little something. It was me being like, the next thing I'm going to write as a character that operates in a PMC, and then going, how would a PMC operate, like, structurally, and who would he answer to? And who's the CEO? And is the CEO a general or something else? And while we're here for the SMCs that I have, are they instead lieutenants in the broader structure of the structure I've done? So then I spent 3 hours reading Prussian Theory on Warfare. Yeah, it sounds about right. That is what we call going down a rabbit hole. Oh, hi. Where'd you come from? Well, goodbye. I hear it twinkling. I'm very sleepy, gonna go to bed. Good night, Fox. Have a great night. Hope we'll see you again tomorrow or Saturday. But for the time being, please get some rest, and I will talk to you later. I figured it out though, made it interesting, so I'll send it over to you once I have the document done. No worries.
So much sand in the wind. My skin will never be the same.
Is it in the soup? Oh. Oh, bottles of Thetas. Silent Plains Piquette. An artisanal treatment of a Tevinter slave wine. Grape, hummus? Pomace? Pomace? Is soaked and pressed, then buried for a year under the waste where the first archdemon fell. One assumes. They keep finding the stuff. Hi guys. Don't mind me. Coming to check out your work. Ended up learning that the U.S. historians said they were inspired by the...
Considering how many we killed, they won't be getting much work done.
Come on. We should still find what they were after.
I ended up learning that when U.S. historians say they were inspired by the Prussians for the U.S. military structure, what they actually mean by inspired is we stole it wholesale. This country can't come up with anything original. Well, I mean, our country is a complete hodgepodge of everything. In pretty much all in all, you know, thinkings of the word. Like, our economy is a fusion of things. Our government is a fusion of multiple things. So yeah, I'm not surprised that our military structure is also, you know, borrowing from another thing. That's always been how America's structure has been. And hate to say it, if it works, why would you come up with something? If it works and it's effective, why would you come up with something different? Just to be different. Sometimes, if you're looking for reliability, borrowing from somebody else is better than trying to come up with your quote-unquote own version of it. America has also tried to do that a lot, to very mixed results. So, was it current events? Yeah, that's working out. That is people abusing a system, which is different. We're not going to get into that. That's not. This is my stream is not the place for that conversation. So, but yeah, I know. I was joking. No, it's fine. I'm just nipping it in the bud before anybody else might chime in. So, the Bloodwake Staff. 50 fire damage, 10 spirit damage. There's a spirit rune on it. Loot. Draft of Letter to Venatory Magisters. Fellow Magisters, we have been given a chance to redeem ourselves after one of our own failed Corypheus at Redcliffe. The dwarven relics in the tombs are instructions on recreating the masterpieces of one of their finest paragons. They are to be excavated, replicated, and brought back for study. The Elder One is generous to let us prove our worth. We cannot disappoint him. Do not spare the slaves. Speed is crucial to our success. Let us set an example to the rest of the Venatory, mages and commoners both, with our obedience to the Elder One's will. Also made myself the reason whenever I read military history, my brain starts going, damn, all these hot, sweaty, muscular men. Please don't shame me. I want to shame you a little bit. just a little. Can I get in? No, I can't get in there. Why a little? Because a lot of it would be expected. We're just gonna shame you just a little bit. Just an eensy beensy bit. Just to let you know that you're just a little bit weird. But that's okay. We're all a little bit weird here. I have completely natural attractions to concerning things. Yeah, that's why you're weird. Okay, so that's a mission accomplished there. There's another camp up here. Do I go there? I mean, we're closer to this one. Let's focus on that real quick. There's also 2 rifts up there. And we're going to need to go to those anyhow, so. So am I weird for like wanting to sleep with someone who may have killed before? No. It's the method in which you have come to that conclusion.
Dispatch for you.
Reading military history books. Alright, focus on that. We can just go this way. Do I need to think? Can we go down? Is that a thing that can be done? I don't think so. I don't think we go that way. Maybe through her? The conclusion I've known for years, you forget I have slept with convicted criminals in my past. Yeah, I guess you're right. How in the hell do I get down from here? That was probably dumb of me to do that, not knowing what was below me. Oh, here we go. Here's a climb down. Whee! Rocktop Ridge. Why does that sound like a Donkey Kong level? We have Jungle Japes and Rocktop Ridge. Well. This seems to be our path down. That was a horrible groan that I just heard. Hello? Oh, activate. Cool. Formation shield, schematic, Autumn's Touch. 50 cold damage. On kill, plus 20 to magic for 10 seconds? How does that work? Oh, it's for a mage only. So I can use it. Oh, it's a staff. I thought it was a mace for some reason. Oh well. I still find it funny because in Cyberpunk, on your canonical journey, you end up murdering some people. That there's a theory you're a high-functioning cyber psycho, but so the person you romance but so is the person you romance in the game. I wonder if they go on with their lives being like, yeah, so my boyfriend girlfriend was a serial killer. I mean, I feel like, you know, maybe part of the it gets glossed over since the whole idea of cyberpunk is kind of everything is in excess. So maybe they gloss over it a little bit. Death right here. Is this where we came through before? Oh, hi, little dude. Hi, little dude. Over this hill. Oh, is that the shard I pointed out? Yeah, it sure is. Thanks. The rift. Guess we can deal with that since we're right here. No, 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 no! Damn it! Rumor about you, but I wasn't sure it was true. What? The genre has a problem with all the interesting legends of people basically being like literal societal monsters. The rumor is KJ might be gay. Oh yeah, I heard that one too. I heard it wasn't true though. I heard that the reality was that KJ is super gay. I only say this because reading Neuromancer, one of the first things Case ends up doing is basically helping to absolutely get an entire corporate building turned into a charnel house by security forces. By making the government think an outbreak
All
of
right,
a
hero. What do we talk about?
cyber bio disease has occurred. So the government solution to it in the past was apparently just kill them all as a form of quarantine. I mean, yeah, you're kind of just reaffirming the same point. Like the whole point of cyberpunk or that, you know, dystopian, you know, future is, you know, the lack of self-control, the lack of efficacy and empathy, like and basically characters' journeys to either try to find those things again, to find efficacy, to find empathy, to find hope and stability in a world that is actively conspiring against it, or alternatively to embrace it entirely and just become, you know, ironical enough as it sounds, one with the machine.
What do you mean?
You don't want to talk about yourself. I can respect that. So what do we talk about then?
I don't suppose you follow jousting?
I'm a free marcher, remember? We invented jousting.
That's not actually true, you know.
It is. Before us, no one ever thought to push people off things with large sticks. Historical fact.
The hell is that thing? I'm just gonna leave you guys alone. Cool. Another rift up there. I'm gonna leave that alone for right now. Oh, there's the legendary beast. the missing patrol. Alright, so we gotta kind of go in this direction anyhow. Definitely need to get donut holes tomorrow. 24 for $6. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Alright. I guess let's move in that direction. We just got freshened up on everything anyhow, so we can go find this legendary beast. And then we'll move on to... I thought I heard a shard. Do I hear a shard? Maybe not. I can't imagine a world where I wasn't gay. KJ, you need to pull it back with the language, my dude. I don't mind a little spicy language here and there. I'm definitely hearing a shard. KJ, you can't use that excuse for everything. Could be referring to chicken. Could be, but he's not. We all know that. I don't even think KJ would make that excuse. Definitely hearing like the whispers of what sound like a shard. Either that or it's like some sort of passive effect with the invisibility. The epicenter of it all. Okay. For chicken, sure you are. Alright, break this up, I guess.
Lizard.
Hey there, Crow. Thank you for the lizard. That's the highlight of your night. The highlight of your night is the lizard, not watching the stream, just being able to summon the lizard. And I've been having a night, let me tell you. I'm sorry. Oh look, spooters. No, I like seeing your face. Well, that's good. You had to fire someone today? Oh my goodness, that sucks. Did they deserve it? He was super chill about it, and like he saw it coming. That either means one of two things. That either means they didn't give a shit in the first place, or they have something else lined up. And his best friend walked out in retaliation 40 minutes later. Jesus. That sounds like a mess. Alright, well, I can't find that right now, so I guess we'll just move on to this camp. Didn't tell me who was working. Texted my boss. I am quitting. Unless you want the uniform back, never contact me again. Wow. That's crazy. I mean, I can't say that I've never walked out on a job. I have walked out on one job. But good luck getting a job with that. I mean, yeah. Like I said, I've only ever walked out on one job, and it wasn't because anybody that I knew got fired. It's because I'll be straight up because I have no intention of ever working for that. I was working for McDonald's. I was working. I was part of the kitchen crew. I also did a lot of the cleaning for various kitchen equipment, including like the fryer vats and things like that. But the issue is that we were franchise operated, and the owner of the franchise sold our location to another franchise
everywhere
operator.
in this desert.
Oh, excuse me. But yeah, they sold the franchise to another operator, and with that, the management that hired me, which was a good manager. I still talk to him every now and again. He's a great guy, but he did not work for our location. He worked for the franchise operator. So he and a lot of the other leadership were relocated to another store, and the new operator put new management in there, and they sucked. They were really bad, to the point that we had a washing machine in the back that we used to clean all of our kitchen towels and stuff like that, and it also had a dispenser built into it that would pump bleach into the water because you have to sanitize these things. So the washing machine broke, and bleach-filled water ruptured and flooded the floor, and our floor drain was clogged. And so we needed to call maintenance to come in and snake that drain so that way this water could flow into the drain, because we couldn't sweep it out out into the road or outside because it's covered in bleach. It's a safety hazard. So when I went and told my I know it's bleach water, but the smell, it was horrible. It burned. But I told the store manager about this, and told him hey, we need to call maintenance. There's several inches of standing water that's filled with bleach, sitting back in the back part of the kitchen. It needs to be dealt with ASAP. And his response to me was, "Oh, we don't need to do that. We just had shipment. Take all those cardboard boxes and just use it to soak up the water." And I was like, "What?" And he was legitimately serious. And so he was asking me to get on my hands and knees in bleach-filled water and try to soak it up with cardboard. And I was pissed. And so I was in our break room and I was pacing around, and I was like, is this job worth it? Is dealing with this kind of stupidity really worth it? Am I actually staying here because I want to stay here? Or am I staying here because I'm honoring the chance that somebody gave me that no longer works here and is no longer my boss? And after about 5 minutes of pacing around and went, nope. And I took off all of my gear and everything like that. And I walked into his office and basically said my piece, told him I'm done. And I'll be back in a week to grab my check. And I left. And it's the only job I have ever since walked out on. That don't regret it either. So I agree with that. Actually, you don't owe corpse or businesses shit. Well, no, but there, if you are, you can't. You also can't just, for a professionalism's sake, you can't just, leave just because your buddy got. Like, you can certainly quit for whatever reason you want, but it definitely does not look good to quit your job because your friend got fired for their for their mistake, The funny part is he did this, and that was after the text that I saw he understood that his friend had the consequence of his actions. So it's like, why are you mad, bro, if you knew that was going to happen? I'm all for sticking it to corpse. I just don't get rage quitting over your friend if you knew he was about to be fired and you apologized for recommending him. It makes me more comfortable with the fact I quit my first bank job because they tried to blame me for $2,000 I somehow stole. He no-called, no-showed and was late to every show. Ah, yeah, so he just didn't care. We had... Guy doesn't work in my job anymore. We had a guy who was literally... he got fired at my current job not too long ago because he would no-call, no-show, or he would call, like, with basically no notice saying he wasn't coming in. And when he was here, he basically would just wander around and not do anything. I work in a warehouse environment for context. And he would basically just wander around the warehouse and try to look busy, but he would barely even try to do that. We had multiple times, myself included, where he'd get reported for just wandering around doing nothing, just walking laps around the warehouse, to the point that he got the unofficial nickname of Zombie because he was just wandering the warehouse mindlessly doing nothing. So, like, if that's all you're, like I said, if you're not going to put forth the bare minimum effort for a job that you signed up for, then I'm very much of the mind I would rather not have a person who doesn't want to be there and just them not be there at all than have them be there and then not do anything, because all that really succeeds in doing is nothing. There's still less work getting done, but there's somebody there reminding you that it's not getting done and it could be getting done, and that pisses you off. So, yeah, not upset that he's gone. It was my first time ever firing someone away, and I was also denied every turn to give this kid a write-up, so it was a surprise to me. My boss was like, I'm on PTO, good luck, fire him today. So he did, I mean, I guess you don't, if you're no-call, no-showing, you technically don't need a write-up in most states. Like, it's just a certain amount of times doing no-call, no-show, and you're gone.
This might interest you, sir.
So we got this can. Where's the... Oh, here we are. So we're in the area. Oh, I'm sorry you still had to do that. It's still not a fun experience. Nobody wants to be the person that's firing somebody. And if you are, you're an asshole. I don't think you're an asshole. About 3 times documented in your fire policy, but after all the pushback she gave me, I just assumed they didn't have it. Oh, they probably did. There's also a school of thought in management where if someone's not doing a good job in general, you just don't bother to correct them and you just let it happen. So you have probable cause to get rid of them. Like, and I can understand that to a point. Like, if someone legitimately, you hire them, like I said, like my zombie example at my job, or this person right here who clearly couldn't be bothered to even do the bare minimum and show up when they were scheduled, then there's really no... You have to kind of weigh your pros and cons of putting in the effort of doing something like corrective action or a write-up or more training, because it may not be worth it. If the person's heart ain't in it, then there ain't no point in trying to invest that energy and resources into that, right? Kid was probably going to get let go anyway. He couldn't remember a kid's sundae had 6 gummy worms on it after 3 months. Yeah. If you can't remember basic details, and I get that, a menu can be challenging. I did not want to attack that thing, god damn it, but okay. But, like, menus are hard. Like, don't get me wrong. They're not easy, but they do come with repetition. Ow, I just got ran the fuck over. But even then, I'm sure you probably have some sort of resource back there that could be used. Pretty sure his friend just quit because we blocked him for the referral bonus, which I don't blame him. I get we are pretty generous with that. Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see people not sticking around if they feel like they're getting cheated out of their bonus. I'm told my company is going to make big changes, but that the IT team is safe crossing. I certainly hope so. Like, I definitely don't want... Especially in a day and age where they're trying very hard to eliminate jobs for no good reason. I definitely, hope the best for that. Like, I'm crossing my fingers too, because my place of work just recently got done releasing a bunch of people and downsizing and everything like that. And the only reason why I wasn't on the chopping block amongst other people was because I'd been there longer. Which is not a great feeling. Like, to know that you didn't get laid off, not because of your proficiency or your knowledge or anything that is like merit based, but simply because your tenure was longer than other people. It's not a great feeling. Ads at the moment, so I'll hold off here for a second. But I mean, they get a month worth of training just strictly learning recipes. If you don't get it after that, I don't know what to do. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with having a picture guide. You don't have to be anything complicated. They're not eliminating him more, they're rehiring. Ford became the media example because it was an astounding lack of foresight that somehow didn't tell them that maybe it was a bad idea to have AI try to run your quality assurance. Oh, well, it's not. I'll wait for ads. Because I don't know if any KJ can hear me right now. But basically stuck here. It sucks. I want a new one a lot, and I went from someone who could walk into an interview and get the job on the day to someone who gets rejected every job, even jobs I've applied to, worked at before. It's a joke. And here you now, I got a 45-second ad in the back. Okay, but yeah, yes, there are companies that are rehiring because of the whole AI thing, but the issue is, at least for my company, is that it's not about eliminating things for AI. It's eliminating things because it's the other problem is that, we're dealing with too many companies that are under the assumption that growth is infinite, that you can always make more money than you did the year prior, and we're getting to a point where that is becoming harder and harder and harder to do. And not to say that you won't make a profit, you're just maybe not going to make as much profit as you did the year before. If you want to maintain the same standards that you were doing previously. So what do? They start cutting things. And what's the easiest thing that a business can cut in order to keep their profits high without, changing too terribly much? Payroll. It's payroll. And so they'll try to do it with less people, and they'll put pressure on the people that are still there to keep doing the same amount of work with less people, and that gets frustrating. So that's where we're at the moment, is that we're essentially doing the same job that we were doing before, but with less people, and it's a little frustrating. Yeah, 7 people doing the job of 30. Yeah, that's kind of like I went from having a team of 7 people in my office, not including the management, to myself. That other than the management that I work with, I am the only member of non-management at my location that isn't a warehouse worker. So, that's how crazy it went. And we're not a very big location either. The funny thing is any economist worth their salt points out layoffs don't actually work in the long term, as you often end up rehiring the same personnel amount within 2 years, so it doesn't even work to save money. No, it's a Band-Aid fix. It's a Band-Aid fix to look nice for investors, and and to put that up on your financial reports to show that it looks like, oh yeah, you made more money this year. But in the reality, all you did is you just cut a bunch of people to not spend as much, is really what it boils down to. And every other nation in the world knows this, by the way. Every other company not based in the U.S. knows this. It's literally a problem within here. Yeah, and that is what is frustrating. It is strictly a American economics problem. Realistic. I mean, I'm sure there are pockets of it here and there in other countries and stuff like that where that is a problem. But it's like there are also a lot more protections for both workers and consumers in other countries as well that prevent things like this from happening. All right, short note. I'm returning to the main camp. Don't linger past sunset. We were working by torchlight past dark when a horde of spiders poured out of the canyon's rocks. There are Red Templars on patrol, but if the Overseer wants us to go faster, he should ask the wretched brutes to guard us while we work. We already have few enough Venatori after the disaster at Redcliffe. Something the Red Templars have taken pains to remind us about, I've noticed. Are all Templars in the South this haughty? For a moment. I forgot I set an alarm on my phone to get my corn dogs from the freezer at work. Priorities. Get your corn dogs. I had corn dogs the other night. I was eating something quick to eat before stream, and I was like, "What can I?" And I was at the store already. I was like, what can I grab for a quick lunch? And I was like, corn dogs. All right, so we got that. So now where the hell am I going? Rags camp. Slay the beast. That's a rift. Oh, this is the last camp we haven't touched yet. Guess I can go grab that. Right nearby it. So let me check my journal real quick. Find the Statue Tomb's treasure, find the Mountain Fortress Tomb's treasure, find the Graveyard Tomb's treasure, find the Canyon Tomb's treasure. Welcome in, Drisky. Thank you so much for the raid. How are you, my friend? Let me get you a shout out here real quick. Playing more Lorelei and Laser Eyes. You better be doing fabulous. Oh yeah, I'm doing just fine. We've been playing some more Dragon Age Inquisition this evening. I missed a whole part of the map, so we're exploring that area right now and figuring out what I missed. So, but it's fine. We're having a good time. Everything's been going great. It's been a very busy week of streaming, so I am excited to just be doing more stuff with everybody here. But thank you so much for being here this evening. Thanks for sharing your community. Guys, if you don't know who I am Justin or the Javel. I am a part-time variety streamer and voice actor and a full-time nerd. And tonight, we are playing more of my blind playthrough of Dragon Age Inquisition. We've been playing through the entire franchise, so we're up to Inquisition at this point. So if you like RPGs or fantasy or the Dragon Age franchise, feel free to stick around and see what I get into this evening. But Drew, if you need to raid and run, I know it's starting to get a little bit late. I completely understand. It takes a lot out of us to stream, especially this late at night. So please feel free to lurk or hop out of here if you need to. We have the rifts, slay the beast, notes on the wastes. Find the missing patrol, I guess. Well, actually, I need to find the camp first. All right, go to this last camp. What's up, dude?
There's a lot of people interested in the ruins out here all of a sudden. I wonder why.
You sound very not like a hunter. Sound more like a sitcom dad. Look at the silver. Oh yeah, I'm invisible. But yeah, I do kind of got a bit of a Silver Surfer vibe going on, don't I? Look like a kid who drank Capri Sun in the 90s. OG reference, yeah. Only the real ones know about Capri Sun commercials. He speaks of the old ways. The old rituals. The old magics. There I go. Log camp? It is. Okay, cool. I'll take that. Thank you! Alright, and then... There's the missing patrol. We're really right here by it. Capri Sun Surfers and the fabled honeycomb beast. Oh, what's his name? He had a name. Hold on. I gotta look this up or it's gonna drive me crazy. What was his name? Crazy Craving was his name.
I wish we had more proper chevaliers in the Inquisition and fewer low-life thugs.
No matter how much you pretend I'm furniture, I'm still a person with ears that can hear you.
You recognize yourself there? Good.
Oh, Spooter. But no, yeah, it was called Crazy Craving, and if you don't know what Crazy Craving is, just go look him up, and just imagine, you know, imagine watching what looked to be a normal cereal commercial, and they're talking about honeycomb cereal, and the kids are excited to have it, and then all of a sudden, one of the kids starts transforming into what looks to be like a Furby on crack, and just going, me want honeycomb, and it's just proceeding to go absolutely fucking batshit insane. The Spooters are out in full force. My 2000 childhood, he was called the Craver. He went by a few different names. I think he was also just at one point called the Honeycomb Monster. He is stuck with us all, yep. Ain't nothing we can do about it. I still think to this day, though, the best piece of cereal marketing to this day, like as far as like marketing a cereal or like a cereal mascot or whatever, to this day, was Captain Crunch's Crunchling Adventure. I had so much fun with that. So I want you to picture this. Game was super fun. I think you can find it like on abandonware sites nowadays. So like it's basically free to play. But it was okay. I got to pause it so I can give it my full attention. I'm sorry, we've been pausing a lot tonight, but this has become part yap session tonight. But Captain Crunch's Crunchling Adventure was essentially just a mini game collection mixed with like a virtual pet, because basically what you were is it was a CD-ROM that you got in a box of Captain Crunch cereal, and it was free with the box. It wasn't like, oh hey, you know, you have to send in a certain number of like UPCs or whatever and they'll mail it to you. It was in the box. So you just bought the cereal. It was in a little plastic sleeve, and then you put it into your computer's CD drive. This is back when those were a thing. I know I'm dating myself. I don't care. But you put it in, and it was a PC game. And you basically got this little... you were told a quick little story about how Captain Crunch, you know, got his crunch berries and stuff like that from these little cave creatures known as Crunchlings, who he befriended kind of like Willy Wonka with his Oompa Loompas style. If you're dating yourself, are you allowed to have an appetizer? Yes, you do. I'll give you that. But you would basically, they were told the story about how like there was these, I can't remember what they were called, but they were basically like these like goblin-like creatures that showed up, and they were threatening the Crunchlings and threatening to take all of the crunch berries and stuff like that. And you basically would create a little Crunchling. You got a couple of design options. You had different colors that you could pick for their skin and their fur. And it started off as like a little, like, he was like basically a baby, and you had like 3 mini games. You had like a racing, platforming, skateboarding mini game where you were racing against a turtle that ran backwards because you were going to these different dimensions, and this dimension was that everything happens backwards. So you were racing on a skateboard, and you would have to jump over obstacles and try to beat him. But since you were just starting out, there was no way you were going to beat him. So your goal was to just basically not crash. You guys had the same childhood. I'm unfortunately 25. Yeah, kind of like a Tamagotchi. But you would, you had that one. They had a jumping mini game, which was all basically vertical platforming. And then there was like a sort of, kind of like a basic like shmup, like something similar to like Galaga or whatever, where you were throwing rocks and you were like in a volcano area. You were trying to break volcanic rocks that were falling from the sky before they crashed to the ground to score points. And they would level up a respective little stat for the character. And then you'd also have to feed them Cap'n Crunch to keep their energy up. And after you would get them to a certain point, they would grow. And so you went from having a baby Crunchling to like an adolescent one, and now it was faster and could jump higher and could, throw rocks faster. And then you could grow it one more, you could do even more stuff, and maybe now you were actually able to beat things. Like maybe you could beat the turtle now. Maybe you could get all the way to the top of the course. And then maybe you could, break a lot more rocks and get more points. And so you were able to level up even faster. And eventually, you would grow your Crunchling to its full adult form. And once you got your Crunchling to a full adult form, then you could challenge the goblins. And the goblins, basically, you would randomly select one of the 3 types of events, but it was a completely new course compared to what you were training on. So your goal was to then beat the goblin, and therefore you beat the game. But the extra little fun tidbit, Sneak King is a whole different animal. But the other fun thing about Crunchling Adventure CD-ROM is that it was also an audio CD. So maybe if you didn't have a computer or you didn't have a CD-ROM drive, you could still put this thing into a CD player, and it would play it essentially an audiobook story that kind of did a whole generic retelling of what would be the game's adventure, but just from the perspective of like Cap'n Crunch with a couple of generic kids and the Crunchlings, and kind of summarizing the whole thing with voiceover and music and stuff like that. It was really cute and fun. I remember playing that game for hours and hours. Like, I think at one point I even played to the point where I maxed out all of my Crunchling stats. It was so much fun. And it was free. Like, I mean, yeah, you paid for a box of cereal, but like, it was like, the idea of like even getting like a simple game like that for basically what would have been the equivalent of that day and age of a few bucks. And do you think that that game may be emulated for like a retro stream? I'm sure you can find a cracked version of it. Like I said, it's not available like on Steam or anything like that, but it would be what we considered abandonware at this point, which is, it's software that is no longer supported or is outdated. But I guarantee you somebody probably somewhere has made a cracked version that'll work on modern hardware. I would almost guarantee it. We all had dial-up internet. It didn't make sense to use all the time because it was unreliable. Yeah. Or if you only had one phone, if you only had one primary phone line in your house, if someone was using the phone, you couldn't use the internet and vice versa. So, those were the days. I guess we figured out what happened to them. Unfortunate. Okay, I guess we gotta find these other, tombs, huh? Does this show me where they are? Probably not. Locked doorway, lonely light. I'm gonna have to look up where these things are, aren't I? I had a feeling. I've had this conversation here before where it feels like post-2000 people seem to have achieved a singular culture that can't be defined by generations anymore because of the internet. Yes, this is very true, and it's a little unfortunate because there's something special about, you know, sort of like having the unknown frontier of the internet, right? So like the fact that like everything is so easily accessible now, and that you can, you know, basically find whatever you want with a touch of a button, which, you know, is great for, you know, accessibility and learning new things and stuff like that. But there's a little less whimsy about it. There's a little less wonder and exploration involved. Hi guys, this is another present.
The wardens recovered some useful items and sent them our way.
Well, thanks, but it looks like it's empty. I remember back in the day, my mom used to be like, you get 1 hour of computer time. Yeah. And I would be like, that doesn't allow me to do anything. Nostalgia is so strong because it just can't be replicated. Yeah, I had a friend in New Zealand who was a computer science student, and their university still did text adventures and would have competitions. They were freely available for anyone to play. Text adventures are cool. Like text adventures, even nowadays, are still really, really fun. Like especially like when you get ones that are, you know, programmed properly, where you can get a little creative with it. But yeah, they're very fun. The fact that the internet is only 1 year older than me is crazy. Yeah, right? What is going on over here? What's going there, bud? Oh god, there's two of you. I didn't know there were two of you. I thought there was one of you. I thought you were just really big. Oh god, oh no, oh god. Alright, one down. Are we good? Are they both dead? Okay, cool, they're both dead. I just realized that a text adventure was just a choose your own adventure in computer form. Kind of, sort of. I mean, some of them were programmed to be a little bit more robust than that. Where it was more like kind of almost like a the closest thing you could get to a no DM like Dungeons and Dragons adventure. Because like you could still have stats, you could still have attacks and things of that nature. It's just that the narrative was driven by your ingenuity to discover what, you know, dialogue you need to put in. I got my first smartphone when I was 8. It was one of the Motorola Droids. Oh, wow. Yeah, I had a Droid. And I do remember everyone in school being like, oh my god, what is that? And then by the time it was 10, everyone in the school had an iPhone or a Samsung. I remember feeling elite because one of my first phones after a flip phone was one of those pull-out keyboard ones. Oh, like a BlackBerry? Or not a BlackBerry, the Motorola. Yeah, I had one of those too, where like you would flip it on its side and slip it over. I had one of those. I also had a Razor. You remember the Motorola Razor? Everybody thought those were the coolest fucking things in the world. People don't realize the progression of not having the internet in your pocket to now having it in your pocket was so quick. It really was. Like, I would say, I don't think we will, I think you will be hard pressed to see through the rest of human history a explosion of technology like that again. At the very least, not in our lifetime. I just don't think it'll happen. Yeah, and then I was in Florida on vacation. I forwarded a text and it widescreen. Oops. Still love playing the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy when it came out. It had physical items that came with it. I didn't have a physical copy. I just Reddit did. Oh, because those were easier, cheaper to come by than flip phones. Yeah, at a certain time, you know, flip phones just became obsolete. They got to a point where like most companies, except for like, you know, like prepaid services, were just not offering them anymore. And then you had the whole thing eventually where towers were upgraded to the point where most flip phones didn't even work with them anymore. Do you all want to know why Motorola created specifically a flip phone? I'm curious. You have my interest, Nix. Tell me. Oh, hello. This looks like another ruin. Bottles of Thetis Aqua Magus, or Magus. Fine spirits infused with a bit of refined lyrium, potentially fatal if ingested in quantity. Oh. I kind of like the idea of that, though. Like, mage wine? Oh, what do we have here? Oh, we got more... We've got more inscriptions here. Okay, hold on. That doesn't sound great. Okay, looks like... Yeah, this is definitely another ruin. There too. The empty square. An open tomb is eroded over the centuries. Carved into the stone, almost too faint to see, is a bas-relief of an enormous helmeted dwarf, flanked by two smaller dwarves, marching out of a mountain under a beaming sun. Oh, also, by the way, for Latinos and Hispanics, we were some of the first to adopt smartphones because on them you could download this new app called WhatsApp, which let you do international calling and texting for free without going through a carrier, which I feel like is a fact people miss as to why smartphone adoption exploded in my ethnic culture specifically. Yeah, that's true, because at the time, that sort of stuff didn't have rules, right? Like, smartphones were a little bit of like a Wild West for a while, because since you had internet access and stuff like that, people were willing to try anything, and it wasn't until a lot of the phone carriers that said, "Nah, you can't do that," that that it started pulling a lot of that shit back. My classmate's brother's older friend who got an internship there when it came out said the engineers wanted a tricorder from Star Trek and made one. You know what? I could totally believe that. I could absolutely, like, at that era of technology, I could absolutely believe that. All right, let's read here. Where one brother fell, the other raised a bloody axe in hand alone. Okay, so we got to figure out the start of the story here. Differently, they argued and heated words made the brothers duel. Okay. Gotta figure out which one is which here. The funny thing is they couldn't control it because WhatsApp was controlled by the platforms of Google and Apple in terms of availability, so the carriers went for charging data instead. Yeah. I still remember when they charged for minutes and text as a small shout. Yep. I mean, you can still get that. There are still companies that still charge like that. But they're now, instead of it being like a norm, like, like the normal way of doing things, it's now kind of marketed as sort of like, a budget option for like people who are, like in the, like on lower in the, have lower income or in the are below the poverty line, things like that, so they can still have access to to a form of communication. Imperial son built monuments to their father, locking away his great works. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I think this is the start of it. So, Farrell's sons built monuments to their father, locking away his great works. Okay, so far, so good. We know it's not that one. That doesn't make sense. Each ruled differently. They argued and heated words made the brothers duel. I don't know if that doesn't sound like it flows. What is this one? And worked together for a time, side by side. Each ruled half the tide. Okay, that sounds right. And now I think we go back to this one. Each ruled differently. They argued in heated words, made the brothers duel. Where's the... Oh, there's the brazier. And then... this one? And where one brother fell, the other raised bloody axe in hand alone.
There's the door.
Yep, there we go.
Notice that for a people with no mages, dwarves use an awful lot of magic.
Do you?
Personally, I think it's some kind of compensation thing. You can't spit lightning or freeze anyone's ass off, so here, have a rune that sets your sword on fire.
Okay. There's an gold dwarven banner crown. Key fragment, masterwork, dual carved blades, per ring of critical damage. Alright, that's another key piece. Another piece of the mosaic. Alright, so that's another... maybe the statue tomb, and the mountain forest tomb, and the canyon tomb. All this talk of phones, my phone's data just shut itself. Oh no! It heard you. I guess we can move out into that area? Behind this rock. Down. Just stay the hell up there. Shallow basin. Okay, this is perhaps promising. Okay, we'll try going around here. Head out this direction, perhaps?
Maybe I've been too hard on you.
Oh, so you don't think I'm dreadful now?
Actually, I thought you were boring before. Completely different. We're all dreadful. Every one of us fundamentally flawed in 100 different ways. That's why we're here, isn't it? Take all the risks so the good people stay home where it's safe.
Like, no, I just thought you were boring. Like, I know we're all shitty people. I have a feeling this is gonna push me back. Yep. Got it. Understood. So it's got to be out here in these middle areas, right? Why don't we go towards this quarry? And then we can relocate to this camp. Because we've been in there. So we'll go try going towards the quarry. And then see if maybe we can find something from there. Oh, there's a rift there too. Those are some big boys. Damn it. Dealt with. See if I can find maybe one more of these tombs. Another rift. Yeah. Okay. Past this rift. There could be one. Or there could be one right here by it even. Damn it. Don't touch me. There we go. Alrighty. That's my... There it is. Yay! Around here. So there's this kind of spot here we have to look at. Okay, they gotta be out here somewhere, yeah? Let's try going here. Relocate to this camp.
Inquisitor, if you have a moment.
I don't. I really don't. Didn't have a moment. Nope. Like at all. Nope. Not even a small moment. Nope. No small moments, no big moments. No precious moments. Over there. Or maybe over there. Let me go over here first. Does anyone even know what those are besides you? Does anybody else know what precious moments are? Besides, you know, things to remember fondly. Sorry for my foul language. It's okay, KJ. Not mad at you. Just ask. Just need to tone it down just a smidge. Like I said, I know we're an 18+ streamer and everything like that, but I do want to try to keep the overall vibe of everything being mostly approachable for everyone. Love the Titan City. Yes, okay, it's not just me. All right, not just me and Crow. Go ahead. For those of you who don't know, precious moments were like I can't remember, when did they come out? Hold on. We're just learning all about my childhood and everything like that. So they started in 1978. But they were essentially porcelain keepsakes. And they were like just these cute little statues, and they made them for like everything. Like, you know, for birthdays and holidays and you know, life events and things like that. I remember for the longest time one of my grandmothers would get for my mom, for my brother and I, they used to do a birthday train. And so you start like for their first birthday. I think it was like through years 1 through 10. I think. So like the first birthday was like the locomotive, and then you would get a different train car with different characters and stuff in it, and then like the final one was the caboose. I would say that my grandmother had cabinets for them with chalk to preserve them for whatever reason. I want to say that chalk helps prevent discoloration, because like porcelain can yellow over time if not in the right conditions. I had that same thing, yeah. But yeah, they were very much like a collectible keepsake sort of thing. They had, you know, collector value similar to like Beanie Babies and things like that. I won't chalk it up to that. Pretty sure that's what it was. Maybe over there? But this will be worth money someday. It wasn't. I mean, they probably have a little bit more value than, say, a Beanie Baby does because of the nature of what they're made out of. Like, they were made out of, like, porcelain and glass. So, like, they are, you know, effectively sculpture. But, like, I don't think they hold the same value that they used to. I would figure chalk maybe to draw moisture out, but I don't know. That's yeah, like I said, it's definitely like a preservation sort of thing. Oh, this is a little camp that we found. Defender Banner Ground. Okay. Not what I was wanting. Oh, hello. The first blight. Oh. More lore.
I read some of your book. Hard in Hightown, was it? Riveting stuff.
And you only read some?
Well, I found it in a latrine in a village near Cherno. It was missing some pages.
Oh dear. When my father passed away, the guy doing the estate sale said, everyone who would buy these is in the same situation your father was. I don't mean that to sound derogatory, but nobody outside of that generation would buy. I mean, yeah, probably not anymore. But, like, I mean, I'm just saying purely from, like, a, very direct. But, like, I'm just going purely from, like, a, as an art piece. It probably has more value than, say, a Beanie Baby does. Especially nowadays. I guess let me just start going towards these rifts. Maybe that will point me in a direction I need to go. Possibly. Another rift. Yeah, are they gonna have like massive collector value anymore though? No, absolutely not. But I was have to say somebody. Maybe over here? Let me... go. Journal. Tombs, statue, tombs, treasure, mountain fortresses, treasure, canyon tombs, treasure. Could be something. Maybe over here. Okay, it's pointing in a certain direction. Okay, this old, it's got potential. Over here. That could be something. Yeah, I wonder if that's something. There was something, but it's not anything now. Well, damn. Okay. So that was something, but it isn't anything any longer. Alright. Keep moving in here. Goblet for your whiskey. What you need is a nice, classy tumbler. That's what you need. And you get yourself, like, the fancy ice. Like, you know, like the big cube or the spheres. Statue, mountain fortress. The canyon. What you got? Not much. Plate. I don't see anything here. There's a landmark, though. Hold on. Hold the phone. Plate. Okay. Canyon overlook. A draft of cold air from the canyon brings with it the sharp stench of rot around the overlook. Puncture ruins dot the corpses of a Gurn and its unlucky owner. Oh, I can go down in here? This seems incredibly unsafe. Can I safely go down in here? Oh, I am now! Ow, we're fine. Stomach through it. We're good. Why me? Just built different, I guess. Hi, guys. So glad you could join me down here. Definitely think I cheated the system here a little bit. Poison spider glands. Who am I buying and selling with? Who? Helm of the Draska. 43 armor. I mean, it's a nice hat. Canary trained only. Battlemaster armor? Oh shit. Battlemaster mail. Really? Wow, these are just... They're just here. Really need to play this again. I got it really cheap on PS5. This is how I got it too. I got it for like $15 or something like that. Wait, I forgot I had an external hard drive now. I can tinker with it and try to get working mods. On the PS5? Or on the PC? Let's see, I've got money to burn here. The medium armors, heavy armors. Light armors. What if I... What are these? Heal bonus, sunder, electrical resistance, cold resistance. Blank runestone. I don't know what those are. Grab a couple. Herb demon slaying rune. Templar armor. Anything I can get rid of? Might as well sell off some of this junk. I don't know if this was supposed to be here or not, but like... Have those... Those... Have those. There's a big ass key right there on your PC. My Inquisitor used to be so pretty. Are you saying mine's not? I know he's horribly emaciated, but like, it's not his fault. Okay, so I don't know if I was supposed to come down here or not. Hello? The fuck are you? Is that supposed to be a darkspawn? That's not fucking terrifying as hell. this is leading me anywhere important. There's another path we could have gone. I think I need to go the other way. Alright. Backtrack. Thank God it's thunderstorming again. Hopefully not horrible. I saw that there's some pretty bad storms yesterday. One of my friends sent a video. He was out and about doing work, and a tree got struck by lightning during the storm.
Am I to understand, Varric, that you knew the apostate who destroyed Kirkwall's chantry?
Unfortunately, yes.
What could he possibly have hoped to accomplish with such madness?
Exactly what he got. A whole lot of innocent people killing each other.
I take it he's no longer on your Winter's End gift list.
Depends. Does a flaming sack of Bronto dung count as a gift?
Only if you tie it with a silk ribbon, my dear.
I like their banter. Got black out of nowhere Wednesday when I was working. It just started pouring sideways and so windy. I thought the trees were going to snap. Yeah, like it didn't. I mean, we got a little bit of rain here, but like it seemed like the worst of it missed us. All right, here we go. This looks promising. This. All right. Excuse you. Get in my way. All right. Did I not? What happened to my torch? I need this. Thank you. Can I just light this? Is this going to be a problem? Okay, no. I just took felt so good, but I know I'm gonna regret it later when I start coughing my lungs up again. Oh no! Maybe that won't happen. Let's just not invite that into our lives. All right, let's see. Here we go. All right, all right. Let's read here. For many years, Farrell, greatest of paragons, could not bear life's burden. And with that burden growing, he called his sons to his bedside. Oh wow, am I just getting it right so far? And the brothers swore and mourned when their father returned to the stone. Oh, okay, hold on. He bade each son swear he would take care of his brother. Okay, yep, okay, so. Yeah, it's this one. And this one. And this one. And then this one.
Have you been reading the inscriptions? These dwarves built a colony on the surface. On purpose.
Is that unusual?
The Shape Raid learned about this place, they'd hire someone to tear it down and pulverize the rubble. Real dwarves don't like the surface. Real dwarves say leaving the stone is death. Whoever built this didn't give two tin shits about tradition.
Yeah, clearly. There's another mosaic piece. What's This is a fun little library. Alright, what we got in here? 160 gold, another Dwarven banner, key fragment, Masterwork serrated greatsword, superb ring of guard penetration. Alright, that's 3 of 5. Alright, and let me get outside here. It's spooky and scary. I don't want to know what that was. Let me see what's over here. At least see if we can get out to the mouth of whatever this is. Just walk past you. You can't see me. I mean, you don't know me. All right. Alright. And with that, my torch. This map is getting pretty full. We're still missing a couple of these tombs, so I may have to look that up later. Just because I don't want to take too much time trying to hunt these things down. But that is going to have to be where I put things down for now. Let me... Alright. And a little bit of music on here. There we are. But thank you everybody so much for coming in here this evening. Appreciate you. I know it was a little bit of a slow night and there was a lot of yapping, but I hope you guys still had fun regardless. We'll be back tomorrow night at 10 again for some Hades 2 runs. We'll have the Let Me Pick option on as well, so you guys can help or hinder the run with your selections if you so choose. So that'll be on, but we'll be doing more of the dream dives, trying to I think we still need to beat a dream dive with a couple of weapons, and then maybe we can start messing around with fear on those and just kind of get a feel for that. But and then we'll wrap up the week on Saturday, starting a little bit early for our demo day for the month. We've got some good things lined up there as well. So I hope you guys will come join us for that. One final reminder for this evening. We are doing sign-ups for our community night for this month, which we're going to be playing Crash Out Crew, which is from one of the devs that made the game Peak. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be my first time playing it. So I hope you guys will come join us on there. But you can come over to the Discord, and if you're interested in playing on stream with me, you can come over and sign up at our Discord. Just make sure that if you're new, to post in the introduction thread, so that way you can get added in and see the rest of the boards. But I also post up my schedules there and reminders for stream, so it's also a great thing to have if you want to make sure you miss future streams as well. But with that being said, let me see. Is there anybody up at the moment? I know it's a little late. Is there any of our friends up? Not really. All right, that's fine. We won't raid out this evening. We'll just say goodbye and groove with this song a little bit before we head out for the evening. So no raid tonight, but we'll be back tomorrow. You're not allowed to leave. Sleep is for the week. Oh, I'm not sleeping yet. I still got stuff I gotta do. But I'll be back tomorrow, I promise. But you go take care of yourself, bro. Take a shower, get comfy, and I hope you feel better soon. But for now, guys, it's gonna be an adios and au revoir, and auf Wiedersehen. Good night to you all, and I shall see you tomorrow for Hades 2, alright? Alright, take care. Bye.